Hello and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Throughout the Big Brother series, viewers have seen a number of contestants, or Houseguests, compete. One of the series' alumni was recently arrested on suspicion of stealing a watch and a passport. Interestingly, a bizarre arrest photo was a factor in the story's rise to prominence. Together with their manager, the Big Brother contestant was detained. In 1999, the Big Brother franchise premiered in the Netherlands. The competition series has expanded to include additional nations since then. The American version, for example, made its debut in 2000. A number of housemates who live together in a house isolated from the outside world make up the cast of the show. Voters eliminate contestants until only one remains at the end of the season. Luciana Martinez, a Big Brother alum, was recently arrested on theft charges. While competing in the 2024 season of Gran Hermano, the Argentinian version of the show, she achieved fame. After a night of partying with her manager, Christian Wagner, and a tourist from the United States, Martinez was reportedly arrested on Saturday morning. The three went to the hotel room of the tourist, according to reports, to continue drinking. A hotel employee reportedly recognized Luciana Martinez from television. The tourist is said to have fallen asleep around 6:45 a.m. local time on Saturday and awoke around noon. When he got up, he reportedly found himself alone in the room. The tourist then claimed that several of his valuables were missing. His backpack, digital watch, passport, and even underwear were all included in this. He then made a report to the police. Wagner and Martinez were then taken into custody. At Wagner's home, police seized a bag containing a passport, glasses, a watch, clothing, and other belongings. After that, the tourist claimed that the two had made him drunk in order to steal from him. The United States has noted. According to Sun, Wagner was filmed leaving the hotel around 7 a.m. local time on surveillance footage. Martinez appeared to remain in the room until about 10:30 in the morning. The hotel also kept a record of their names. Additionally, a worker may have recognized Martinez from television. The story shocked a lot of fans on social media, especially when a picture of the arrest was shared there. As could be seen, Martinez appeared to be smiling towards the camera as she was arrested in her flat. It was also shared that Martinez and Wagner denied any robbery at the time of their arrest. How do you feel about this story? In addition, have you been following Big Brother? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest TV and celebrity news. The flashing lights of reality television fame can be blinding. That spotlight took a dark and unexpected turn for one former Big Brother houseguest, one that ended not with applause but with handcuffs. Marcus Hale, 28, found himself at the center of a real-life drama that was far more serious than any alliance betrayal or backdoor eviction. Just weeks after being kicked out of the Big Brother house, Marcus was arrested late Thursday night on suspicion of theft after allegedly stealing a fellow contestant's luxury watch and passport. He was previously praised for his charming smile and strategic gameplay. The incident took place in Los Angeles, where a number of houseguests were gathered for a reunion party following the season. These events are typically filled with laughter, storytelling, and the rekindling of friendships or rivalries that were formed inside the house. However, witnesses claim that one guest noticed something was missing, which caused a significant shift in the atmosphere. Elena Cruz, a fan-favorite contestant known for her calm demeanor and sharp instincts, reported that her passport and a designer watch had gone missing from her purse. She initially thought it was merely a case of misplacement. She later told friends, "I thought I just left it in the car or something. However, when I checked everywhere and was unable to locate it, I knew something was wrong." Elena informed the party host of her growing concern, and a secret search began. Couches, bags, and even the backyard patio were checked. As suspicion began to spread throughout the group, the mood became tense. These were people who had lived together under constant surveillance, but now, without cameras, trust seemed harder to come by. According to police reports, it was another former houseguest who noticed Marcus acting strangely. The witness made the claim that he kept going back to his jacket. He appeared anxious, as though he were concealing something. That observation led to a confrontation. Marcus initially denied any involvement. Friends described him as defensive but not aggressive. However, when the missing items were discovered in the inner pocket of his coat, the situation escalated quickly. Elena was stunned. "I couldn't believe it," she said. "Out of everyone there, I never thought it would be him." Shortly after midnight, the scene was called to police. Marcus reportedly admitted to taking the items, but claimed it was a misunderstanding when officers arrived and questioned him. He said he meant to return them, an officer stated, but given the circumstances, we had to proceed with the arrest. The charges against Marcus, who was taken into custody and charged with petty theft, could be increased according to legal experts, given the nature of the stolen items, particularly the passport, which is a government-issued document. Tampering with or stealing such an item can carry serious legal consequences. When news of the arrest broke out on social media, the show's fans were quick to react. Many people were shocked because they remembered Marcus as one of the contestants this season that people liked. "He was my favorite," one fan posted. "This is so disappointing." But others pointed out moments during the show where Marcus displayed questionable behavior, suggesting that the signs might have been there all along. Reality television often blurs the line between performance and authenticity. Contestants are placed in high-pressure situations, isolated from the outside world and constantly aware of the cameras. Some people rise to the occasion, while others struggle with the mental toll. According to experts, getting back to normal life can be hard. After leaving a controlled environment like the Big Brother house, contestants can experience a kind of emotional whiplash. They suddenly regain their complete freedom after being monitored round the clock. That shift has the potential to destabilize people, especially those who are already dealing with underlying issues. Marcus's friends have shown concern rather than anger. In recent weeks, a close friend referred to him as overwhelmed. "He wasn't himself," the friend said. "He kept talking about how everything felt unreal, like he was still in the game." Nonetheless, Elena remains resolved. "I feel betrayed," she said. "In that house, we went through so much together. You build a certain level of trust, even if it's a game. That just breaks down completely from here." Production representatives for Big Brother released a brief statement acknowledging the incident. "We are aware of the situation involving a former houseguest. Despite the fact that this occurred outside of the show, we take all allegations seriously and will cooperate with authorities whenever necessary." Marcus faces an uncertain future as the legal process begins. If convicted, he could face fines, probation, or even jail time, depending on how the case develops. More immediately, his reputation has taken a significant hit, one that may be difficult to recover from in the age of viral headlines and unforgiving online commentary. The story serves as a stark reminder that fame on reality television can be fleeting, and that what happens off-camera often has far greater consequences than what is shown on camera. It's a shocking turn for fans. It's a painful reality for everyone involved. As Elena works to replace her stolen passport and move forward, she hopes to put the incident behind her. "I just want to move on," she said, "but it will take time." And for Marcus Hale, the game he used to play for fun is now something much more serious, a real-life battle with consequences that can't be reversed by an
surrounding
eviction
one
vote.
former Big Brother house guest had just begun, even though the cameras had stopped rolling. Only a month after the season finale, 26-year-old Dylan Carter, once a charismatic and strategic player inside the Big Brother house, found himself at the center of a shocking real-world scandal. Known for his quick wit and ability to navigate alliances, Dylan had earned a strong fan following. However, his name was currently receiving negative attention. The incident took place at an upscale hotel in downtown Los Angeles, where several former house guests had gathered for a weekend reunion. After a season is ended, contestants frequently meet up informally for a chance to reconnect without the pressure of competition. What began as a night of celebration, however, quickly turned into chaos. Among those attending was fellow houseguest Vanessa Reed, a finalist known for her calm personality and strong social game. While Vanessa joined others in the lounge area, it was reported that she had left her belongings, including her passport and a high-end watch wrist, in her hotel room. When she got back a few hours later, she noticed something was wrong. Vanessa later told a close friend, "At first, I thought housekeeping might have moved something, but then I realized my passport and my watch were gone. At that point, I started to panic." For someone who had plans to travel internationally just days later, a lost passport is a serious matter. Vanessa immediately contacted hotel management, who began reviewing security footage. What they discovered was both surprising and disturbing. Cameras showed Dylan entering Vanessa's room shortly after she had left. During the gathering, house guests frequently visited each other's rooms, but what transpired next raised serious concerns. Footage allegedly showed Dylan leaving the room minutes later, appearing hurried and repeatedly checking over his shoulder. Dylan initially denied any wrongdoing when confronted. Friends said that the fight was tense but under control. One of the eyewitnesses stated, "He kept saying it wasn't him, but the video didn't lie." Local authorities were contacted by hotel security, and they arrived on the scene to conduct additional investigations. After questioning Dylan and reviewing the footage, officers conducted a search of his belongings. They reportedly discovered Vanessa's lost passport and the pricey watch, carefully wrapped in a shirt inside his travel bag. As the items were revealed, the room became silent. Vanessa later stated, "I felt completely blindsided. We shared a home for several weeks. After that, you believe you know someone. This never occurred to me." Dylan was immediately taken into custody and charged with theft. As a government-issued document, a passport, the charges could have more severe repercussions than a typical theft case. Legal experts suggest that tampering with or stealing such identification can elevate the situation to a more severe offense. As news broke, fans flooded social media with reactions ranging from disbelief to disappointment. Many people remember Dylan as a favorite among fans who was loyal and honest in the game. Others pointed out subtle red flags from his time on the show, moments where his behavior hinted at a more complicated personality beneath the surface. Fame on reality television can be unpredictable, and it's not always easy to get back to normal life. Experts often note that participants face emotional and psychological challenges after leaving such an intense environment. Media psychologist Dr. Laura Chen explained that participants go from living in a highly controlled, high-adrenaline setting to suddenly dealing with everyday reality. That shift can trigger impulsive behavior, especially if someone is struggling internally. Friends close to Dylan described him as different after the show ended. "He seemed restless," one friend said, "as if he had lost all sense of self-control. He maintained that everything was too quiet." Despite these concerns, many believe that personal accountability cannot be overlooked. Vanessa, while shaken, has remained composed throughout the ordeal. She stated, "There's no excuse for what happened. I had faith in him, but he betrayed it." The production team behind Big Brother released a short statement acknowledging the situation. "We are aware of the incident involving a former houseguest. We take such matters seriously and hope for a fair legal process, even though it occurred outside of the show's environment. The future is still in doubt for Dylan as he awaits his court date. He may be subject to fines, probation, or even incarceration if found guilty. In addition to the legal repercussions, his public image has suffered significantly, and it may be challenging to restore." The story serves as a sobering reminder for fans that reality television only portrays a small portion of a person's true self. Behind the edited episodes and strategic gameplay are real people with real flaws, and sometimes those flaws surface in unexpected and troubling ways. Vanessa, on the other hand, is working on getting a new passport and moving on. She stated, "It's frustrating, but I'll get through it. I just hope people learn from this."
What began as a game based on strategy, deception, and trust has ended up in real life with far more serious repercussions than any nomination ceremony. In a world where there are no cameras to edit the outcome, Dylan Carter faces the reality of his actions rather than winning a competition as the greatest challenge.